We think the universe is chaos, but what if it's not chaos at all? What if everything from galaxies to leaves follows one hidden code? A code written not in words, but in numbers. Everywhere you look, nature repeats itself. The spiral of a galaxy, the curl of a wave, even the pattern inside your fingerprint. All of it follows one astonishing mathematical rule. It's called the Fibonacci Sequence. A series of numbers where each number is the sum of the previous two. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and so on infinitely. This simple pattern is encoded in almost everything alive. In a sunflower, the seeds spiral outward in perfect alignment with Fibonacci numbers. The same ratio appears in the spiral of galaxies millions of light years away. The same mathematical structure exists across the smallest seed and the largest galaxy. From this sequence comes another number, the golden ratio, 1.618, also known as phi. For centuries, artists, architects, and scientists have believed this number holds the secret of beauty, harmony, and balance. Look at the pyramids of Giza, the Parthenon of Greece, or Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Each contains this same golden proportion. But nature used it long before humans ever understood it. It shapes the growth of seashells, the orbit of planets, and even the structure of DNA. It's almost as if the universe has one signature, and it signs every creation with the same number, phi. Mathematics isn't just a human invention. It's a language, a universal one, written into the fabric of existence itself. When a physicist writes an equation for gravity, or a chemist studies molecular balance, they aren't inventing rules. They're discovering them. Mathematics wasn't created, it was discovered. It's as if the universe wants to be understood. Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations already sensed that numbers ruled the cosmos. The Egyptians built pyramids aligned with cosmic ratios. The Greeks called it sacred geometry. The Hindus and Babylonians saw numbers as divine vibrations, a rhythm of creation itself. The philosopher Pythagoras once said, "All is number." He believed everything in the universe, from the movement of planets to the sound of music, was controlled by numerical harmony. He was right. Today, science calls it resonance, a universal vibration connecting energy, matter, and motion. What the ancients called divine order, we now call mathematical structure. Einstein once said, "The most incomprehensible thing about the universe is that it is comprehensible." We, tiny beings on a tiny planet, can describe the movement of galaxies with numbers on a page. Why does mathematics, something invented by humans, fit so perfectly with the structure of the cosmos? Maybe because mathematics wasn't invented by us. Maybe it's the universe's own language, and we're just learning to read it. Open a leaf, its veins follow fractal geometry. Look into your lungs, they branch like trees. Zoom out, and galaxies form web-like structures across the universe, almost identical to neural networks in the human brain. It's as if consciousness and the cosmos share the same architecture. From the spirals of nature to the structure of galaxies. From sound frequencies to atomic vibrations, everything follows numbers, ratios, and patterns. So the question is no longer, is the universe mathematical? The real question is, who wrote the math? If the universe runs on equations, then equations need a mind to design them. Could there be a cosmic programmer, a mathematical consciousness behind all creation? In the next part, we will explore the possibility that the universe isn't just made of math, it is math. And if that's true, then reality itself might be a simulation, a digital dream written in the code of numbers. If mathematics truly governs everything, from atoms to galaxies, then perhaps we are not simply living in the universe. We are living inside mathematics itself. Every object, every movement, every vibration can be described by an equation. But what if that's not just description? What if that is what existence really means? The more we look at the world through science, the more it behaves like a perfectly coded system. Our brains, our thoughts, even our choices, all can be expressed through formulas, data, and patterns. But how can reality itself be built from numbers? Let's dive into the deepest layer where mathematics meets existence. At the quantum level, the smallest building blocks of the universe do not behave like solid matter. They are vibrations, waves of probability. Everything we call real is actually the result of invisible mathematical rules playing out in the quantum field. Electrons jump between energy levels with precision that can be calculated to 14 decimal places. The particles themselves may vanish and reappear, but the equations predicting their behavior never fail. That's when physicists realized the equations are more real than the particles. Matter might change, decay, or vanish, but the mathematical structure beneath it remains eternal. In other words, reality is math in motion. Now consider this. When we create digital worlds, video games, simulations, 3D universes, everything inside them runs on code. The mountains, the oceans, the characters, all made from numbers. They don't know they're in a program. But behind it all lies one truth: binary code. Ones and zeros. This led modern thinkers to a radical idea. Maybe our universe works exactly like that. Maybe our reality is a mathematical simulation, created not by humans, but by a higher intelligence. The physicist John Wheeler once said, "It from bit." He meant that every particle, every field of force, even space-time itself derives its function, its very existence, from binary information. Information, not matter, is the foundation of everything. The universe, in this view, is not a giant machine, but a giant mind. A self-running system of information and logic. And we are the conscious expressions of that logic. Aware fragments of a universal equation. It's strange, but think about it. In our digital world, one program can create infinite possibilities. A single algorithm can generate endless complexity forests, cities, oceans, weather. Similarly, the universe operates on a small set of laws, yet from those, infinite patterns emerge. Gravity, electromagnetism, strong and weak nuclear forces for equations, creating everything we see. Simple laws. Infinite outcomes. Isn't that exactly how a perfect code works? If we could somehow read this cosmic program, maybe we'd find that every atom, every breath, every heartbeat, every thought is part of a grand algorithm unfolding through time. But what if we too are part of that code, self-aware lines of mathematics, reflecting upon the equation that gave us life? This question is more than philosophy. It's science, and it's becoming harder to ignore. Physicist James Gates discovered strange, error-correcting codes. The same kind of digital patterns used in computer software, hidden within the equations of string theory. It was as if the universe's deepest fabric contains computer-like language. He called it supersymmetry. But the resemblance to artificial code was undeniable. So what does that mean? And if the universe runs on information, where is the source of that information stored? Maybe it's not out there somewhere. Maybe the source exists in consciousness itself. Because here's another strange truth. The universe behaves differently when it's being observed. In quantum experiments, particles exist in many possible states until they are measured. Once observed, they collapse into one reality. It's as if consciousness itself selects which version of the universe becomes real. So maybe the observer and the observed are not separate. Maybe reality is a dance between mathematics and awareness. Equations alone can describe the universe, but it takes consciousness to experience it. Without a mind to witness, the numbers mean nothing. Could it be that the universe is aware of itself through us? That idea isn't new. Ancient spiritual traditions have said for centuries that all existence is one mind, dreaming itself into form. Science may now be catching up to that ancient wisdom. Using mathematics as its modern language, we might be the universe, observing its own creation. We are the eyes through which the cosmos sees itself, the instruments through which it measures its own harmony. And that harmony, that hidden order, is everywhere. In the spiral of a shell, in the orbit of planets, in the beat of a human heart. Each of these patterns is not random. It's the universe expressing its own equation of balance and beauty. If you look at a tree, you can measure the distance between its branches and find a ratio. Look at the orbit of planets, you find the same ratio. Listen to music, the pleasing intervals follow precise numerical proportions. Even your heartbeat follows rhythmic mathematics. Everywhere you look, the same code reappears. It's as if the entire cosmos is humming one mathematical song, and everything within it vibrates in tune. And here lies perhaps the deepest secret. If the universe is a mathematical system, and our minds can understand it, then maybe our consciousness is made of the same thing. Maybe we don't just live in the code, maybe we are the code. Every thought, emotion, and dream could be expressions of underlying equations that shape not only space and time, but awareness itself. In that case, discovering the hidden code of the universe is not only about understanding physics, it's about understanding ourselves. For centuries, scientists have searched for the theory of everything, a single equation that unites all forces and phenomena. But maybe that equation already exists, not in laboratories or telescopes, but within consciousness itself. Because if everything follows one pattern, then the ultimate truth must be simple. Maybe the code of the universe is not just mathematical. Maybe it is conscious mathematics, an intelligence that expresses itself as both logic and love, structure and chaos, creation and destruction, all in perfect harmony. Imagine if the Big Bang was not an explosion, but the first calculation, the first line of code executed by an infinite mind. Space and time unfolded, galaxies formed, stars ignited, planets cooled, life emerged, and consciousness began to question its own source. The code became aware of itself and called itself human. When you see beauty in a sunset, when you feel awe under the stars, when you sense that everything is connected, that's not imagination. That's recognition. Your consciousness is resonating with the same code that built the universe. Think of it. We are made of atoms, yet we can understand atoms. We are made of stars, yet we can study the stars. We are part of the equation, yet capable of reading it. That's the ultimate paradox and the ultimate beauty of being human. Perhaps in the end, the hidden code of the universe isn't hidden at all. It's written everywhere in the spiral of galaxies, in the rhythm of the ocean, in the geometry of snowflakes, in the pattern of your heartbeat. All you have to do is look and listen. The universe is speaking. It has always been speaking, and its language is mathematics. But beneath those numbers, behind those equations, there's something even deeper. A pulse, a rhythm, a mind that dreams itself into infinity. Maybe that is what we call God. Or maybe it is simply the universe, the infinite intelligence that writes itself into existence every moment. We are that intelligence, experiencing its own design. We are not outside the code. We are the code. And when you finally realize that, the universe stops being a mystery. It becomes a mirror.